Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, lived a young princess named Snow White. She had skin as white as snow, lips as red as blood, and hair as black as ebony. Her beauty was unmatched, but alas, it was her beauty that made her life perilous. The queen, Snow White's stepmother, was a proud and vain woman. Every day, she would stand before her magic mirror and ask, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all?" The mirror would always reply, "You, my queen, are fairest of them all." But as Snow White grew older, her beauty surpassed even that of her stepmother. One dreadful day, the mirror answered, "O queen, you are fair, but Snow White is fairer than you." The queen's envy consumed her, and she ordered a huntsman to take Snow White into the forest and kill her. However, the kind huntsman could not carry out the cruel deed and told Snow White to flee and never return. Lost and frightened, Snow White wandered deep into the woods, where she stumbled upon a tiny cottage. The door was slightly ajar, and she crept inside, too tired to be afraid. Inside, she found 7 little beds lined up neatly. Exhausted, Snow White lay down across all 7 beds and fell sound asleep. When the cottage's owners, the 7 dwarfs, returned home, they were surprised but delighted to find their unexpected guest. They decided to let her stay after she explained her plight. Every day, the dwarfs warned her, "Be careful of your stepmother. She might be searching for you." Snow White promised she would be cautious and not open the door to strangers. Meanwhile, upon hearing that Snow White lived, the stepmother disguised herself and came to the cottage, tricking Snow White into biting a poisoned apple. Snow White fell into a deep slumber, and the stepmother fled, thinking she had won. The dwarfs were heartbroken and placed her in a glass coffin in the woods. Time passed, until one day, a handsome prince rode by and saw Snow White. Moved by her beauty, he leaned in and kissed her gently. To everyone's astonishment, Snow White awoke from her enchanted sleep, the spell broken by true love's kiss. Snow White and the prince married, and they invited the dwarfs to their grand wedding. The evil queen's fate faded away into the whispers of the forest. Snow White lived happily ever after with her prince, and their kingdom flourished in peace.